Hello, what's up my friends, my name is Zadarkus and I'm back with another video. This time I'm playing Shyvanna in the top lane with the Smite and Teleport. I decided to experiment a little bit with it myself to see how it would go, and to be honest I had a lot of fun and I see a lot of potential indeed in this. Since I did a video about the teleport and smite, I also wanted to show you how you can put it in practice. You will see me using it to the full extent, starting off with some jungle steals, red buff steals, gonna get a blue or two. I think I also do Drake with the smite as well myself. You can see me using the teleport quite often for some cool rotations. I gotta love say rotations. Anyway, the AD carry was saying he was some sort of smurf, I don't know about that. Anyway, I was playing in a top lane with the Shyvanna, starting with the Ruby to go with the jungler item as soon as possible against the Vladimir, who had a really bad time against me, sadly enough. In my team I also had the Gragas in the jungle, the Sivir and Morgana in the bot lane, and Victor in the mid lane. I start level 1 with the W, level 2 with the E. I was dancing there because I was listening to some really cool and funny music in real time, so I was just having fun. Yeah. Anyway, meanwhile, I got ganked by the Volibear in the top lane. I just run away and nothing special happens. At the start, I basically just focus a lot on farming, and I would suggest you guys do the same. Don't go hard on trying to get kills with Shyvanna. It's not like you have that much of burst early on. You do have some nice DPS if you are fighting a melee champions thanks to your W and the armor debuff from your E. But yeah, you should normally wait for some core items before you pick up a fight. Here I decide to just use my teleport to go back to the lane as fast as it is possible for me, so that I can keep up with the experience and try to outfarm and outlevel this Vladimir, something that actually ends up happening in a big way. There you go. I wore the Tribush to make sure I don't get ganked again. I mean, after I reach level 6 I feel a lot more safe against ganks, and since it's a Volibear, it's not like he has an instant close gap or something like that. He does have to run for me, and all he can do then is just throw me back. Vladimir has no CC at all, and therefore I don't feel scared in a little bit. I was about to go proxy farming there, but the minions just got to the tower at that time, so I gave up on the idea. As well, proxy farming with Shyvanna, it's something that does work very well. She is great at it, but I would suggest you to do it only once you got 6 at least, because this will allow you to escape a lot easier. You can jump over the walls since you do not have flash, and before doing it, before level 6, trying to proxy farm is indeed an extra risk you are taking that may not be worth it. Now here you see Vladimir trying to come, and I just run around and go back to my spot. He is forced to stay under the tower, otherwise he will just lose those minions there and the tower would get damaged as well. Now with that ward there, what I'm attempting to do is to see the minions come. That way I'm not showing myself. When I go out of the bushes, the first tier tower would be able to see me. Now Orianna tries to stop me, but it's really hard for her to do so, and I end up going for the first counter jungle. I end up stealing the red buff here, smiting early to get the HP back, otherwise it would be way too risky if I would let my HP go down. Vladimir could just pop up and kill me there, and I didn't want to do that. You see me stacking already a good amount of CS and gold. Got the red there, got the level advantage. not directly, I mean I'm 8, he is 8 at this point, but like I have a lot more experience than he has. He just reached 8, I'm already going for the 9. I teleport back to the tower, and now I know that it is actually possible for me to fight him, and I do have my red buff to slow him down. So I kinda actually bait him going back, and I hope for an opportunity for me to attack him melee, which just happened. I do smite him there so I can get an advantage in the fight. He was forced to flash back because of the way I used my ultimate. I was blocking his path back to the tower, and he ends up dying because of that and wasting his flash. I'm a little bit low, kind of getting my HP back with the HP potions, because I was pretty sure Volibear wouldn't be able to kill me. And I just end up going proxy farming again, getting all those minions, making sure Vladimir would lose some CS there, but he ends up using his teleport to go back to the lane. But I'm happy with that. It's a teleport he is not going to use to help his teams in other lanes, in a counter gang, or maybe in a Drake contest. So I decide to push it up a little bit and actually just proxy farm in the middle of the second and the third tier tower. A little bit risky, but I wanted to clear the wave as soon as possible. Was thinking about going back to base, and for some reason I just stick around for a little bit longer. He ends up staying in the lane, getting the minions. He knows he has to stay in the lane, otherwise the tower will fall, he will lose a lot of CS and fall even more behind. My team is doing averagely well, I would say. They're not like snowballing hard, but they're doing pretty well. I go back to the base, get the Mercury Threads and a longsword for a little bit more damage, and run back to my lane. I see that my team is fighting there in the Drake. I actually don't know how it ends up. Yeah, Volibear ends up killing. I think we lose this Drake here, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, I don't have teleport, I can't really help them, so I just come back and keep proxy farming and getting the jungle. The way I do it is I clear the minion wave, and once I clear the minion wave, I go for the jungle camps. And actually, yeah, once I got the teleport, I just end up deciding to do the Drake myself. I have a smite, even though our jungle wasn't there at the moment, I had a smite, so I could secure it easily. But Gragas ended up coming as well, so double smite. That's one of the great things about the top lane having a smite as well. In this case, there wasn't really like a direct contest. The enemy team wasn't there, the enemy jungler wasn't there, but many times you end up contesting Drake, and there's the close calls between who gets the Drake, who smites it correctly. And when you have two guys in your team that have smite, the chances are you are getting the smite, unless, well, the enemy top laner has a smite as well. So yeah, 4 smites. Here they try to gank me, I use my ultimate to go out, and everything is okay. I go back to the base. I do see that my team was coming, but I honestly didn't want to risk it, so I just end up walking back with my Phage done, working up for the Trinity Force. Now Gragas does pick up a kill, a good flash there, running away from the Orianna's ultimate. I come in, I didn't chase her. I mean, maybe it would be possible to kill her, but the tower is still up. There comes the teleport, so what would happen is me tanking tower hits and then Vladimir teleporting in and me dying. Maybe I could kill her, but I would die almost for sure. So yeah, I prefer just to keep farming. There you see, proxy farming really easily, clearing waves really fast with your W, clear the minions, go to the jungle, come back for some more minions, try to go to the jungle, or move to the next tier towers to get the minion wave faster. There you go. Sadly, no minions were there, but as you can see, you have time to go and clear the camp and come back. Thanks to your high movement speed and the buff of movement speed you get from your W, you can keep clearing the top lane jungle. It's very important to keep everything warded so you don't get jumped. As you can see, I have my top lane warded enough for me to know if I am having problems. I have the ward in the lane to see if Vladimir is coming for me, in the tribus as well, and then in the red thing. Well, now here I come to help my team, do my ultimate, smite the Caitlyn, and I get a shutdown, and now I come and I go away. That did make a lot of sense. Now I come and then I go away. Yeah, but you get the idea. And as you can see, here's another good thing. I come back to the lane and I actually didn't lose any minion because I was proxy farming. The minions only now reached the lane. But it came to a point where Vladimir had no chance at all against me. You saw me just running into him, and yeah. Now he tries to teleport under the tower. I know he doesn't have his blood pool, so I just walk under the tower and kill him. And again, I proxy farm a little bit longer. There's already a huge advantage for me comparing to this Vladimir in all manners of speaking. I have kills, I have farm, I have a tower, I have experience, so I have a Trinity Force, so this Vladimir is not having a good time anymore. Here I see my team trying to get the dragon. I end up walking there and using my teleport to the top lane. I could have used my teleport there, but there it is. You need to analyze and see if it is worth it to use the teleport or not. Using a teleport is not just pressing it. There I go, another red. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of red buffs here. Morgana ends up roaming top, and spoiler alert, we end up killing him. Like I was saying, you need to analyze it when it's worth it to use the teleport or not. In that case, there was no real engage going on. Everybody was just stalking, moving up and forward and backwards and all that. So I just decided to walk up, and thanks to that, I had my teleport to protect my top lane tower for a little bit longer. We did get the kill there, and I walked back. I didn't use a lazy teleport in the middle of the lane or something like that. I walked under my tower to make sure nobody would kill me. It's very important effect as well. Meanwhile, I go back to the top lane and everybody's there, so I just go up, go down, go forward, go backwards. It's really hard to catch me as a Shyvanna with a high movement speed, also thanks to the Trinity Force and my runes. But sometimes the Shyvanna goes ham for the hell of it, and yeah, she had heal, she had flash, she had support, had exhaust, so yeah, fuck it, I died there. But I actually laughed a lot because I went ham on purpose. I know that was just silly, but sometimes it's funny. It's way too funny. Now I end up teleporting to the top lane. Maybe not the best teleport, but yeah, I could apply direct pressure to the top again and keep Vladimir at bay. And then I actually didn't see where Vladimir was, so there was a chance that he was actually trying to go for Drake. Now you may see me do this, and this looks like a real waste, but it isn't. I came to proxy farm, and Caitlyn and Vladimir were there. This delayed the teleport Vladimir did just now. I didn't have a teleport to help my team, so what I ended up doing was having two guys trying to kill me, which they did. I ended up picking a couple of CS there, but my team had a huge advantage on the Drake. There I go, another red. And basically the enemy team had no way to stop my team from doing Drake without their top laner and AD carry. If they would try to compete for the Drake and Vladimir would teleport and help them out, I would have just gone like a huge amount of gold advantage and map pressure because of clearing the mid and the top lane minions. So yeah, that was the only thing I could kind of do to help my team at that point. So it's not a total insane kill like for no reason. That was my thought process. Either I get a huge CS advantage, and there it goes, another good quick kill, and now I go way too ham again. Try to survive here, but I do die. But yeah, sometimes There are some actions you may do, but that actually helps in a wider perspective, and that's kind of what happened there. Meanwhile, I just go roam around a little bit. I have teleport. If my team needs me, I'll just teleport. As long as they're doing well, I just keep up farming, and it's not like I'm keeping XP advantage because I'm already max level, but I'm not full build, so yeah. Now I go get another blue. I cannot even count the amounts of buffs already stole, but as a side point, let's talk a little bit here about the build I'm getting on. Now, this game was going really well for me, so I could go a little bit more offensive. This is a good build for Shyvanna, but it's not the best one if you are behind. I'm with a Trinity and with a Blade. I'm going for the Guardian Angel because I do have a good amount of HP, so I just need all around stats, and the Guardian Angel provides me that. But here comes a little fight. Good damage output there. The Trinity procs my Q, dealing a huge amount of damage. I did Smite Volibear to do some extra damage and receive less, but kind of wasted, but it's okay. As you can see, I just took like 1/4 of the Caitlyn's damage with 1 Q, and I did not smite her. But yeah, the Trinity Blade of the Ring King item, look at this, mathematics. 20 HP. It's really great. You have burst potential, you have a good amount of damage per second thanks to the blade. You have your blade active ability that allows you to just make it impossible to run away from you, and in team fights you basically can just use your ultimate, jump to the AD carry, and either force him to waste everything to get out, or he dies. Now here is kind of fighting, and see the raw damage. I go in with my W, and we do get 2 kills, and again, mathematics, easy life, easy game. Well, 100 HP. Well, that was kind of risky, but it paid off. There you go, Guardian Angel. After this, I was thinking, what should I buy? You see me kind of looking at items for quite some time, and I ended up actually going for the ZZ Portal. Now, the reason here was that they had 2 AP champions, the Vladimir and the mid laner, Oriana. Volibear as well does some AP damage, so even if they were not fed, it is AP damage. 3 sources of AP damage plus the Annie. So I thought, yeah, I need AP damage, but armor is never bad when Caitlyn is there. But now here you can see, I smite Caitlyn, look at this. No chance at all. It's GG. So yeah, I go for the item that would give me all around stats as well. I could do edges, maybe would be an option, but I end up doing ZZ Portal, would help me split push even more. Now I just tank the tower, and this ends up being GG, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually did is just to bring a game with teleport and smite to you guys of Shyvanna. Remember to give it a like, a comment, and to subscribe if you are not. My name is Zadarkus, and this video was meant for you. Be awesome and stay awesome.
I know what you're really scared of. When you close your eyes, you see me late at night. When you are sleeping, the boogeyman is out there creeping. I know what you're really scared of. When you close your eyes, you see me late at night. When you